So lately I've been running in just this windbreaker. It's worked really well. It keeps the warmth in once I get warm. I don't know if you can hear the stream in the background. I'll probably go down to it real quick. You can't tell on the video, it snowed. It seems to be the first time I've ever ran in the snow, so we'll see how it goes. I'd say in the past week, I think I've ran here 5 times. I like it. So mostly climbing. It's not a real high. From the lowest point to the highest point, with all the little stuff it has, I think I can get about 550 feet of gain in 1 lap. So there's an entrance right there. I'm not going to go to that entrance. I'm gonna go down this way. Let's get a little warm up in. We're just gonna try to make our way down here so the stream is. All right, this is the first little climb. So far, so good. Feet aren't cold yet. These aren't waterproof shoes. No spikes, just some normal trail tread. This view coming up here should be pretty good. The sun coming out. It's pretty good so far. Hoping to get a couple laps up before I have to take off and get home. Just about to hit the top part. There's a little rock up here. It's got a pretty cool lookout. Been on this mountain about 5 times last week. I think 1 other time before that. It's all been on, well, it's been fall. Imagine during the summer, probably looks amazing. I'm trying to be very careful coming up on these rocks here. I'm sure they are slippery. So this is kind of the unofficial top. It does get a little bit higher right here, but not by much. You can see Lake Mohawk in the background. Yeah, so this way is the somewhat more direct route. There's 2 steeper options. I'm gonna head back down see if I can do this without falling here. I'm gonna head back down to the bottom with a very similar section I took, maybe a little bit different. And then I'm gonna try one of the steep sides to come up the steep side and see how that works out. So far, I've really enjoyed coming to this tiny little mountain. Do a few laps and get close to 1,500 feet of gain. There's also some sections that are a little bit more mellow to recover on. So once you push yourself hard going on the steep stuff, you know you gotta brake. It's pretty close to home, so that's a bonus. Eventually I'll probably get sick of coming here almost every day, but until then, I mean, this snow right now has definitely brought out a I'm slipping. Has definitely brought out a interesting twist, make it fresh and new again. So I'm really loving that. All right, I'm gonna shut this off so I can get down to the bottom quicker and safely. All right, we're gonna go back up. Just a recovery hike up to the top of this. Plan is to go up to the top again, but through one of the steeper ways. Man, this is beautiful now. The snow like totally changes what this mountain looks like. I mean, let me back up for a second. I grew up in Arizona all my life, and now live here, New Jersey. This is our first winter here. We moved at the end of March. We did get one day of snow, but the snow is pretty much gone by the time it's the afternoon. So it's just cool. Sure, I'll get sick of it pretty soon. As for right now, definitely not sick of it. It's awesome. Got a little bit more of a climb coming up, so I will put you away. All right, so this is the first part of the climb. I'm gonna start it now. So what's weird about this, weird about Sparta Glen Park is all the things I can find for this trail shows as one loop. That loop, when following it on, I think all trails, I got to one point where the trail that says to keep going isn't there. So nothing is really accurate. It's easy to get somewhat lost, but because it's such a small area, lost really just means you're gonna have to walk like an extra quarter mile or hike an extra quarter mile than maybe what you intended. I think if I try to link every single trail on this mountain with minimal crossover, meaning doing like the same section twice, maybe you can get a couple miles out of it. If I can get 3, I'd be surprised. And see, we're still heading up the first part. Normally this is semi-runnable for me, like an alternating run, hike, run, hike. Anyways, I think my next challenge will be try to cover every trail so I can visualize it, and then try to cover every trail in the shortest distance so I can really find out the true capability of linking everything. This trail is marked with this. I'll show you some of the other markings the other trails have so you get an idea. There's like, I think, one actual trail that's not marked at all, but you can tell people do it. Just trying to gauge the safety. This is fine, totally comfortable, nothing sketchy about this. Probably on camera it probably looks really weak. Short little flattish section before we got our next climb. If I remember correctly, we'll have one more after this. Before we, let me take it back. We have, yeah, so we'll have one more downhill section right now, very short, as you can see, and then we go up that. It looks really small, and it's not giant. It's not giant by any means, but it's mostly straight up. I don't know if you can tell, so far I come up this right here, and we've got this section here, and we still got to go up that. The latest peak is the way down there where I just came from. Came up this, and we're at the final little push. Normally when I get to about here, I've been able to run up to the rest of the top. I'm gonna walk just with the snow and everything. It's weird. I don't think I got the trail there. Never noticed it before. All right, then coming up this side is the last little bit. Just climb up this little rock right here. Let's see if I can get up it without slipping. Ugh. Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is where I just came up earlier, is right here. Same view. It's amazing. All right, I got to get home. Gotta get to work. It's nice getting a little workout in before work and playing in the snow. I'm gonna try to go down the steepest way. There is one sketchy section. Just gotta get down here a little bit. Genius. So earlier when I pointed out there's this trail right here that I haven't been on. I actually have been on. This is the steep trail. I guess with this is snow, it looks quite a bit different. So, all right, well, here we go. No. Am I lost? I'm gonna go down a little bit further and see if this is the actual trail, because I think I'm supposed to go this way. And I just missed it at the top. Anyways, let me put you away for a second. So after going down a little bit further, I decided it wasn't the right way. Made my way back up to the top, and it was the right way. So let's give this another shot, shall we? All right, I'm definitely back on track. So this is where probably the only real sketchy part is, because you go near here, and if you slip, you're gonna fall. So I'm gonna try to hug as close as I can. Then you'll drop down over here, and while it's steep the rest of the way, it's wide trail, low risk. So let me get through this part safely, and then I'll be back. Just made it through this section right here, and now this is gonna be a little slippery right here. Basically here, pretty straight down, and then a nice little run out to finish. All right, so this is a steep section, but it's got these trees here that normally when I'm bombing down this, I'll just go and grab like this, and then I switch and grab like this. If I wasn't holding the camera, it'd probably look a lot more smooth, like this. And then the final one right here. And then you get into some spots where you gotta find the rocks and step on the rocks. Right now this is gonna be a little bit more tricky because not as many rocks are exposed and it is steep. But I'm almost at the bottom. I'll be careful, I promise. Ish. Okay. All right, the super little footprints right here, a cluster of them. The steep is section with very little exposed rocks. If I got any momentum going down, I wouldn't be able to stop very easily. Anyways, made it through it safely. I was very cautious. Didn't risk hurting myself because this is the first day of hiking under the snow, and I don't want it to be the last one. So I'm hitting this is the very bottom, so I link up to the other trail you can see in front of me. And okay, talking about marker, orange marker there. There's another orange marker right in front of us. I'm honestly still learning what these mean, but since there's two, there's likely a split in the trail, is what I've gathered. And if I'm wrong, let me know. But when it goes the top, it means that it's either gonna be a split or an option where it might be hard to follow the trail, is what I found. So with it being on top, it means stick to the left. Right here is another trail. It's not marked. I don't know if it's an official trail or not, but all over this mountain, there's orange, there's yellow, there's like a green yellow, there's blue, I think there's red. That steep trail didn't have those markers. It had the green and yellow dot, little bullseye-ish looking thing. Anyways, I'm gonna head to the bottom. I gotta get going. I gotta get home. I mean, this is kind of steep. It's a little slippery. Thing is, if I fall here, the worst thing that's gonna happen is I'll run into one of these small trees and be able to stop myself, or I'll just slide on my butt till I get to the bottom. But likely I'll hit at least a tree on the way down. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh, my shoes are finally feeling wet. It's nice right as I finish. They lasted pretty good. They are not waterproof. In case anyone cares, they are just the Salomon Speedcross 5s. I've been a big fan of the Salomon Speedcross series. Way back to when I had the Speedcross 3s, which in reality were terrible. They didn't last long. The way the nubs were, they would just rip to shreds. Love the way they felt, and they're great. Then I got Speedcross Pros, which were great. They just took a while to break in. Once broken in, they're amazing. A little bit harder to tread though. So on hard pack stuff, they didn't feel as great. then the fours came out, and the fours were awesome. Kind of like a way improved 3. They lasted a lot longer. And then the 5s, and just naturally I moved to the 5s after the 4s. Anyways, that's the ramble about my shoes. And I'm back at the car. I finished my run. Because of all this filming, it's not a very long or fast run. But today really wasn't supposed to be about that. Today was supposed to be really about just capturing the snow and going up this mountain hill, I don't know what you want to call it. All right, so now that I'm finished, I'm gonna set you down here so I can somewhat get changed. This will conclude the video. So hopefully this video turned out okay, and hopefully I'll have some more to come. See ya.